Revelio.
You should never have come here.
Revelio.
What are you up to now?
What is it?
Goblins, that's what. I need a little something.
You're right, the world's not...
Oh, Ranrock's lot won't. And I've you to thank. Please, accept this gift in exchange for your help.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Priya Treadwell.
What do you have for...
You won't be disappointed, I can promise you that. You won't be disappointed, I can promise you that.
You'll enjoy your time in Irondale.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't this...
Revelio. Arresto momentum. Revelio.
An intruder!
Now you should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft.
Arresto momentum.
Dear Anne Sallow.
Revelio. Levioso. Arresto momentum. Arresto momentum.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Revelio.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Revelio.
How nice of you to stop by.
Revelio.
I'll look after you.
Incendio. Glacier.
Everything's all right now.
Revelio. Confringo. Glacier. Arresto momentum. Protego. Stupid. Incendio. Levioso. Stupefy. Confringo! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio!
No, that's embarrassing, isn't it? There's nothing but luck.
Revelio! Levioso! Protego! Stupid!
I won't rest.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything!
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it!
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring. Revelio.
हेलो पैसा तो लगेगा.
Revelio. Hello, nice.
Welcome.
What do you have?
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for...
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, I'm the one trying to help her.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. I miss my sister. And come with me. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so
Rebellion.
much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good.
Arresto momentum.
Whistle in my book. Showing off, are we? No! I will make you pay.
Do you think this is funny?
I shall avenge yourself.
You've made your last mistake. One less human to worry about. I won't rest.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames whoosh. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing to... She came face to face with a horde of goblins. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. They didn't even give her a
It sounds as if the loyalists attacked Anne without cause.
I wouldn't put it past them. But it may be grasping at billywigs, but might be the only way to learn what...
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here. And it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Cup. Shall we have a look? They seem to have set up camp there for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to
Revelio.
find out.
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're
Lumos.
after something bigger.
Seems these journal entries are from a journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. Cabalso. Revelio. Luma. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Revelio. Lumos. I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft.
I'm listening. But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure. What I do know is that my...
Wait. We can get straight...
We can.
Understood. Well then, invisible secret ancient... I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
Revelio! A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that?
You did not. Sounds worth looking.
No idea. I have no idea. I'll be in touch.
Revelio.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Revelio.
Ugly Cannon's family. We do not support Puddlemere United. If I find one more of their mementos on your wall, you'll be on the first... Take it down! Ugh.
Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
Finding my gobstones. I never could have done it myself.
Levioso.
Now that I have all my gobstones back, I'm ready.
Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
रुकना पड़ेगा. Okay, बच्चा.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark art.
There's more to dark magic than people. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse. Also known as the torture curse. Inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
Okay.
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
बस बात ही करना है बस ओके गार्डियन क्या हुआ क्या हुआ गुंडी सपन देखो क्या हुआ गुंडी पैर हटाओ उधर से गंदा बच्चा क्या हुआ डर गया कोई बात नहीं कोई बात नहीं
Revelio.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Okay.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Bring it into focus. अच्छा बहस क्या typical stereotype है भाई typical stereotype
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you.
I'm certain. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia. It's only the pinnacle of all goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust. Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars you want to photograph.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night.
Go and find Amit.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
Ah, I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But, are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Let us get moving while the stars...
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Shall we?
चलो. Nice.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform. Something that doesn't quite belong.
Revelio.
We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am.
Revelio.
Charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
The pulse. Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio. Confringo.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no. Not this close to school, Meet. Revelio.
Okay.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Lara.
I was right about the tables. And your contribution was...
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to read.
And I look for... This is only the beginning. And if I have ever seen one, it's you.
That's quite generous.
You are welcome. It's all in the throat, really. Anyway.
Let's go. Complete हो गया ना. Next हो गया.
अबे भाई नीचे आ जाओ यार. कर दो फिर भी कर दो. मार सकते हो.
वहाँ से शॉर्टकट मारता.
Revelio. Who lived here, I wonder?
Over here, quietly.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Lazzie, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here, and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
I'll help you.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible.
Okay.
Revelio. I wonder what that does. Not that. Arrest them. Revelio. Arrest them. Bearer.
गलत बहुत गलत
Wingardium Leviosa. I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty. Revelio.
अबे दिखाओ क्या देख क्या रहा हूँ मैं दिखाओ
Dead end. Must be another way in. That looks as if it might raise the gate. Depulso! Arresto momentum.
अच्छा
Accio! Depulso! Accio!
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto momentum. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto momentum.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hollow
Revelio.
and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get this thing back.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blasted! There's gotta be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere. Revelio. I hope Natty stays out of trouble. Wingardium Leviosa. momentum. Not the safest place to sneak into. Revelio. Impericus totalis. Revelio. Impericus totalis.
Ha ha! Show you there! Stop!
Confringo.
Incendio!
It's a fast way to get yourself killed. You know that? You will not survive this fight.
Hello, Homora. Revelio. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
You're going home in a wooden box!
देखते
Let me out!
Arresto momentum. Accio.
Oh, I'm gonna win. Levioso! How's the view?
Levioso. What have you? Arresto momentum. Hello, Homora. Revelio. Oh no, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians. Revelio.
After going in. ये क्या हुआ?
Revelio.
रूफ तक जाने का रास्ता किधर है?
Highwing. It's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Homora.
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run. Best keep that little maneuver between us, Highwing.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you. I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Okay.
When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
Okay. तेरी फोटो तेरी फोटो पहले हाईलाइट कर देना चाहिए इतना ढूंढने का टाइम कुछ रहता है ना परेशान हो जाता है Talk to Duke. Hogwarts map. Room of requirement.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He... Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful...
I understand.
Oh, thank you.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
डेड किया.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
निफ्लर क्यों नहीं आ सकता?
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Giant purple toad. यहाँ जा सके, यहाँ ले सकते हैं.
Revelio. Everything's all right now. Revelio. Giant purple toad भी नहीं. Willy Emily. Skin नहीं चाहिए मुझे. Niffler. Mostly ये बात समझना चाहिए. Revelio.